Alrighty, good morning everyone. Chris here, and yes, today we are back in Borderlands, trying to farm for some better loot. I don't know, just something really chill I'm just in the mood for. I can't do that like every time. My goodness. Alright, predictions everyone. How well will I do loot-wise? Will I get something other than a crappy hybrid? The friendly fire hybrid, while cool, it's not good.
If you need healing, step right up.
Wow, if I had that other one, that'd be borderline perfect. Wow. That's upsetting. Oh wait, I lied. It say 60. Alright. Take a look.
Look at all this stuff.
Decent stinger, but I got better. Carnage. I don't need any other rockets than the gearbox one because it's just too good. That's probably the one problem I have with the gearbox weapons. It's like they're so good, they kind of make some weapons like obsolete. Wow. Not a single legendary.
Molly one gun shoot more lightning. It's a real doctor when you got my machines and they're scary.
Wow. Alright, well that's a wash. Oh, that's right. They didn't start running until... Would really like to get a better ogre. Because the only thing that's wrong with this one is its barrel and elemental multiplier. Now, if that was ×4 and it had like that barrel on it, this would be perfect. I think. I'm not all that familiar with weapon parts, Borderlands 1, but I know like a good barrel versus a bad barrel for the most part.
First aid kit.
Still, with the way the game is like set up, even like a bad ogre is still a great weapon.
Let's see what we've got.
Speaking of which, thank God that new One Piece chapter finally came out today. Oh man, again, I won't say any spoilers for those who haven't read it, for those who read it, but God, Oda, you are in your bag. You're killing me with how good you're making it right now. My question is, will there be another one, another chapter for the year, or is that going to be it for One Piece in 2024? I mean, if it is, wow, what a cliffhanger to leave us off on. I mean, my God. Wow, yet another run without a single legendary. Like, I'm not even getting bad legendaries. I'm just not getting any. What is this? And I don't know, there's something relaxing about just like running back and forth and getting loot. I'm just kind of in the mood for it. I mean, Shadow of War is still a great game, love the game to death, but I don't really think it's going to be entertaining to just see me running around, getting rid of orcs, praying that Daz actually spawns. You can tell I'm kind of like debating on what I'm to stream. With all the big stuff is enough for a couple more months. So we get to February, woohoo, boy. Mostly for Monster Hunter Wild. I cannot wait for that.
If I'm lucky.
Who knows? Maybe we'll go back to streaming that. Lead up. Decent circle off, but not above 1,000. Oh, that's a bumper version. Already got a better one. We're getting legendaries this run. God. Would really like to actually get a Draco with like that barrel. Look, another friendly fire. Your is that 270. Oh, 100. Hydra. I mean, while it looks cool, it's actually kind of not great. Way better in 2. Who is it you get it off from in that game? I know it's in Hammerlock's DLC. What's his face? It's that pink crystallisk. Rose, that's it. Rose. I follow her tracks, and then she drops it. Man, I can't believe there's like a week from now Christmas is going to be over. That's kind of insane.
Do these teeth make my gums?
That's partly the reason why like I'm having a lot shorter streams than I usually do. I keep starting a bit late. A bunch of holiday stuff to do. Family and all that stuff, getting decorations, doing our little traditions where you watch certain movies on certain days, all that good stuff. Oh, I love this time of year. Of course, what I really love right now is some better RNG.
More loot? What have I done?
There.
Let's see what we've got.
Replace that? Let's see. Here, I can quite learn the exact thing. Well, that one has a worse zoom, so wait. Four times over 51% fire rate, 3. Oh, that's annoying. Defiler, another defiler. 4.2. Okay, so that one, so mine is ever so slightly better. Because I'm getting legendaries now.
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold enough
If that was a match, I kid you not, I would 100% buy it.
More bullets. All SNS guns have extended.
935, pretty sure. Oh, yeah, AX300. Now, I just need to get an unforgiving match with them, like we're in business.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
Done. First is... It would be crazy if I got a pearl today. Preferably a weapon and not a shield. Because again, I don't need it. I don't need the shield. I got this god mode shield that I got. Still can't believe I got this shield from the one time I joined multiplayer lobby in this game, like years ago. Back on the original, mind you. I was on the final round of the long tournament, and I believe it was Skag Gully, the Underdome. I joined some random guys thing. Again, I joined some random guys game. Just me and I think one other player may have been his friend. I don't know. No mics. I must have joined in like the friggin' boss wave or something. Because I believe we fought Sledge. Yeah, he died and he was the last one. So I technically got that achievement for doing the long tournament on that map. Kinda cheesily, because I joined at the end. The other ones I did absolutely shit. They both sucked though. But anyway, long story short, the guy starts like gesturing to me, like teabagging up and down, meleeing. So I agree to a duel. He absolutely... Is that better? Anyway, he challenges me to a duel. I obviously lose, because he obviously has the... He obviously has, like, this shield on, and then he drops it once I lose to him. Oh, that's garbage. Like... Sure, it's a lower level, but it does very less damage, but it has like 12 shots. But yeah, he absolutely butters my cheek because damage him. And he just drops it. And I'm like, what did he just drop me? I'm like, oh. But then he leaves the game, so I get kicked back to the main menu. I load back in. And I look at it, and I'm like, oh wow, this is a modded shield. Holy crap. And so I do what any normal Borderlands player would do. I duplicate it to give it to all my characters. And that is when I decide to get back into the original Borderlands and start taking all the achievements seriously. And that was one of my first games where I got every achievement on. Then I got Borderlands 2, and then the pre-sequel, and the rest is history from there. So technically, it's by me getting this mod shield that like gave me the motivation to like actually get all the achievements. Because quite frankly, because of the shield, I've never had a need to kill Cromrax with the ledge. So I've seen videos about it long before, and I could just never beat him. But with this shield, I was able to make short work of it. Because I can't die. And if I do, it's only from, like, a death wall, and I don't lose any money from it. Kind of crazy. And then for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, I've played through the game legit so many times I want to just play through like with the pre-sequel skill because why the hell not? And with Borderlands 3 there really wasn't any need to because I was already a Zane main, like since the game launched. Like the second I saw him, it's like I'm playing that guy. I don't care if he's bad or not. I'm playing him. And as it turns out, he ends up becoming the strongest character, even though he was the weakest at launch. I guess the, what was it, Seeing Dead class mod, as well as his purple tree, which basically made him have that action skill and anoint activate whenever you want.
Hyperion asks,
Kind of another reason I don't want Anointness to return. They're a little too busted. Like, they don't make, like, the guns themselves prove to not be interesting, because if you had just a good anoint, it didn't matter if you had, like, a crappy gun. The anointment would make it good. You know what I mean? They were a bit too overpowered. In Wonderlands, honestly, I didn't play Wonderlands long enough to even, like, really get into the meta of the enchantments. I honestly can't remember how far I even got into the Chaos Chamber. I don't think I reached 4. I want to say I reached 35 Chaos, but then stopped.
Over here! I need your help.
Because I was like, you know what? If I do any more of this, I'll go insane. I tried farming for items, but like they just weren't dropping, and when they would drop, they would give me a crappy anointment that I'd have to re-roll, and the currency to re-roll in that game, I forget what they're even called. Are they moonstones? They were blue. I don't even remember what they were called, and they weren't iridium. Bottom line, I'm like, you know what?
get your meds here.
I couldn't even replay the story, which I was pleasantly surprised by the story after the disastrous writing that was in Borderlands 3. Granted, the writing wasn't fantastic in Wonderlands, but it was a lot more whimsical because you were in like a fantasy setting, even if it was all in Tina's head.
Let's see what we got.
But I enjoyed the game a lot more than I thought I would, and I was very disappointed with the end game and the lack of an ability to play the game a different character. Like, I wasn't even able to do that. So once I had selected a class than my other class, like, they inadvertently made it, had no reason for me to play through the game again. But if they let me replay it, I'd have more reason to. Granted, there were like,
Finally, one gun shoot more lightning.
was it 6 classes?
Right up.
Or did they end up getting 7? Because I thought there was like a light caller was not there at launch, if I remember right, because I haven't touched the game since September of 2022. Checking my achievements last night just for fun. And another thing I ended up really not liking about Wonderlands is at the end game, when you start all the chaos level stuff, the amount of money you would get and the amount of currency you would get to reroll enchantments or get upgrades and stuff like that, they were really not scaled up. So getting money was a nightmare in Wonderland. So I had to actually get a friend to join me, and we just like did that exploit, which I think was patched relatively early in the game's life cycle, where we were able to like constantly dupe our entire inventories like 3 different times, and then just keep selling it en masse, en masse, en masse, and then exponentially got more and more money every single time we did it. I forget how the glitch worked, but that was the only real way to get enough money to buy all the ammo and inventory upgrades, because if I didn't do that, I'd have to farm the Chaos Chamber for money over and over and over and over again, which I was not a fan of. Like, honestly, Chaos level 20 was enough of a grind. Like, God. I still remember when, like, they announced the first hotfix. It's like, oh yeah, we're adding another 20, we're adding another 30 levels or something to the Chaos Cameras. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, no sane person enjoys that. It was mindless. I almost want to take that because it has the blade, but nah. Lovely too. Oh, nope, mine's still better. But yeah. Chaos Chambers and the inability to really replay the game on the same character for some reason really killed Wonderlands for me. And on top of that, the quote-unquote DLC that we got, hot steaming garbage. They were basically reskinned Chaos Chambers that we would have to do once a week. It got to the point, like, I think I only did the first one at a time. Like 1 week at a time. The shark one, I did the first week, then the second week, then the third week, then the fourth week, and then once I realized like every single DLC was going to be like that, I just waited until all 4 weeks had passed when they came out, and then I just did all 4 rounds of it in like one sitting because it was like, I couldn't be bothered. And again, it was only for achievements. It's like beat it once and then beat it on the highest difficulty level, which was the 4th run. Man, and it wasn't just me, because apparently a lot of people absolutely despised that DLC package that we got, because I got the season pass with the edition that I bought before the game came out, because again, huge Borderlands fan, I want to get it all.
All this stuff.
But yeah, that was very
What we've got.
disappointing. Yeah, I think the only game I would consider bad in the franchise is New Tales. Absolutely hated it. I probably enjoyed it in the moment, but trying to get all the endings, that made me hate the game. Absolutely ended up hating it for that reason. And every single time I played through the game to get a different ending, which you can't skip any of the dialogue, by the way. That's like set in stone. Which I thought was insane. Like, I couldn't skip any of the cutscenes where I have no, like, interaction. Like, the fact I had to do certain answers in so many different ways to get, like, the quote-unquote best ending with the best skateboard rating. Oh my god. Did I hate that. Honestly, the only good thing from that game was how it looked. Like, the motion capture was very impressive. The Vault Hunters thing was like a fun, stupid gimmick, but whatever. It was entertaining for what it was. And Louis. Louis was probably the only character in that game I didn't absolutely hate as time went on. Fran I hate, Octavio I hate. What's her face? Anu I ended up hating. Like, by the end, it's like, oh wait, so you're just being a total bitch for no reason because you have super anxiety or some shit. But it's like, oh my god. It's like she was a worse version of Tannis without being a siren. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic about 4.
Get your minutes here.
Borderlands 4, but, man, just give me a decent story. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It has to be enjoyable.
More loot.
Like how people rag on the pre-sequel, like, for being a glorified DLC, which I kind of get. But the Classic Voyage is fantastic. Probably some of the best DLC the series has ever produced. And I really enjoyed just seeing Jack's backstory in real time. How he goes from a power-hungry but well-meaning guy at Hyperion to the absolute lovable lunatic that he is in Borderlands 2. Not really getting anything worth writing about. That's almost perfect. But I have a better version of that, don't I? That's probably a... But anyway, yeah, if they can just make some of the writing and just absolutely get rid of anointments in any shape and form in Borderlands 4, I think I'll be happy. Also have more Vault Hunters. Like, add more Vault Hunters. Like, I didn't hate the idea of having a fourth skill tree. Like, I'm more, like, indifferent to it. I know some people really didn't like it. Because from what I hear, like, I've only ever played Zane. I haven't played any of the other characters in 3. That, Flax and Purple's skill tree just does not work. Like, still.
Over here.
Which, I don't know about that. And I am a little worried about the optimization with Borderlands 4, because when 3 came out, it was, like, absolutely horrendous. Because I primarily play on console. Like, have a Steam account where I play, like, certain games. Like, I play the Elder Scrolls games, like the old ones, like Morrowind and Oblivion on here. Fallout 3 you can't play on Steam anymore because they fucking broke it for some reason. Don't know why. I was a little excited to, like, get back into it. I like on PC where I could just go crazy with console just for the fun of it. But I couldn't. But whatever, I did everything legit, more or less. From the, like, granted, I used that leveling exploit when I streamed my all achievements running that game. And I can safely say, like, in all honesty, I think 3 is probably my favorite Fallout game. New Vegas, hands down, best writing and role-playing aspects, but as an overall package, I still think I like 3 just a bit more. I can't really explain why. I personally think, ooh, Hunter's Bulldog.
You just need to shoot more bullets.
Oh, wait, that is a Bulldog. I thought that was the hybrid for a split second. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. That's not right. But, yeah, I think Fallout 3 is overall my favorite one in the series. I mean, I've played a bit of the old school ones, like Fallout 1 and 2 on Steam. But nothing too crazy. It's like the thing where I appreciate for what they are. I don't enjoy playing them, but I do enjoy watching people play those older ones. Fallout 4 was honestly better than I gave it credit for. But I hated Nuka World. Far Harbor was fun. Granted, I beat the whole thing, got every achievement in one entire stream, but I enjoyed Far Harbor a lot more than Nuka World. Mostly because of how stupid, like, some of the achievements were. It's like, kill X, get every drink, kill X amount of creatures while under the effects of a certain drink. Like, that was just infuriating. And I can't remember, did I not, like, crash during Nuka World, like, twice? I had to do something over again, like, 3 times. Oh, no, wait, I'm thinking of New Vegas, like, because of, thinking of Old World Blues, when, like, I had to turn autosave off, because otherwise, I just couldn't play the DLC, it would just keep crashing for me. Now, if that rumored Bethesda remaster or whatever it is of Oblivion is true, I will 100% stream that if it's a thing, because mostly Oblivion's a giant meme game, which I don't think I've ever laughed so much in, like, a Bethesda game than I have when I played that. Over 10 years ago is when I last really played it on Xbox, because I think that was one of my... Because that was right after I finally got through with Skyrim, because I started my Elder Scrolls journey with Skyrim, like a lot of people. Because I was kind of intimidated by the size of it. It's like, oh god, it's a huge open world. And back then I haven't really played open world games, like, at all. Intimidated by how much there was to do. So then the Legendary Edition comes out, and I'm like, you know what, I'll get it. see what all the hype's about. Granted, it was only like, I want to say like a year and a half after its original release that I finally got into it. So we're thinking like summer 2013, which is, I think, when the Legendary Edition came out. Pretty sure, anyway. So I start playing it for literally an hour, and it's like, okay, I'm in. I'm hooked. It's got me. And then I did nothing but play that for like a straight year. Until I finally got all the achievements, because for those who remember back in the day, that absolute nightmarish achievement, getting like all the Oblivion artifacts, that was brutal, because I would get to the end, get to the very last artifact, and then I would get, I think it was Falkreath I kept doing last time, where I kept running in the same bug, like approaching Falkreath, where I would go see the werewolf guy to start that final quest, the last artifact I needed. It would just crash. No matter what I tried, it just wouldn't work, so I had to bite the bullet, completely start over. Oh, wow, a rhino, that's pretty rare. But I don't need it. I would have to completely start over, speed run the game to get the other artifacts until I finally got all of them. Then I had every achievement in Skyrim, including the DLC. Oh, nothing really good here. But yeah, then I went back and got Oblivion. And then I got Morrowind. Actually got the Elder Scrolls Anthology, for those who remember that, for Steam. So I have the first 5 mainline games. So I have Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim base game, mind you. On Steam. I think they gave us the special edition for free on Steam back in the day. I honestly can't remember. I can't believe it's been 8 years since that version of Skyrim came out, which is ridiculous. But in all honesty, I already have the load order I really want with Skyrim on my Xbox. Where the game looks great. Like, I have all the gameplay tweaks I want. I have all like I have the stupid Creation Club thing on because I got it for like $5 when it was on sale. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I haven't bought any other mods. I haven't bought mods. I only bought the Anniversary Edition upgrade, which again, it just gives more like random loot and some like quests, which were part of Creation Club before like that like fell apart. I really don't want them to monetize mods like they have been in the future, but like I feel like it's already started and like they're not gonna stop. Like with Starfield, like mods finally come out and they're monetized to all hell. Like $10 for a quest when I wanted like $100 to have like, and it turns out Starfield is hands down my least favorite Bethesda game by a long shot. I don't care how good the game looks or how non-glitchy it is at launch. I was so bored for so long in Skyrim, and please, I wish they were that good again in Starfield. Like, just can't believe it's been 2 months ago. 2 months ago with Shared Space, I was cautiously optimistic. It's like, okay, everyone says this is going to be the turnaround point for Starfield. Starfield is never going to be popular. It's never going to hold a candle to, like, Skyrim. Like, I think they peaked with Skyrim. Bethesda, I'm being honest. I will say this, though. If they could get basically Skyrim running on, like, Starfield's engine, that'd be interesting. But the problem is with Starfield's engine, even though it looks pretty good compared to other things we have now, like with Unreal 5, like why bother? And from what I hear, it's very hard to mod in Starfield as composed to compared to Skyrim. And that in Space was like, again, I was just bored. Like the story, like was kind of interesting, and then it did the whole turn where it's like, oh no, I'm actually a super evil guy. We're gonna do that thing they accuse us of, where it's like, oh, we're not evil. Oh no, turns out we are.
Step right up.
Which I'm like I was debating on saying like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go evil for fun. But like I'm like, you know what, forget this. Screw these absolute zealots. I'm just gonna kill their like leader and say, you know what, fuck it, you're all crazy. I'm out of here. And apparently, if you do the evil route where you do join him, like there's like no difference. Like no difference in the world. Your companions may complain about you because you aren't Jesus Christ. Granted, I didn't play the game long enough to really like bother with companions much. I only bothered with Sarah to get the achievement. And of all the people I wanted to romance, I would go with her because again, I'm a sucker for the accent. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's romance Brit.
Reliable.
Because why not?
First aid kit. Fast reload speed.
But yeah, I don't want them to make any more DLC for Starfield because I just don't want to play it anymore. Because man, like, literally, that's the only reason I still like will ever play Starfield again. If they release another DLC that adds more achievements, I'll go in. I don't think I'm gonna stream it though. I'm just gonna go in, grind out the achievements, and then uninstall it, just like I did with Shattered Space. The second I got that last achievement, you all saw me. It's like, okay, thank God, I'm done installing this game once again, so it can just be not touched for another year. Because I kid you not, I have not touched that game since I beat the DLC, got the last achievement for it, and back when the game launched, once I got the final achievement in that, didn't touch it until Shattered Space. Like, I had no desire to. And since I hadn't touched it, like all the updates that we're getting and all other nonsense, like the stinking buggy or whatever, it's like people said. I thought the people said the buggy was good, but then when I drove it, I'm just like, wow, this feels worse than the Mako Mass Effect 1, which I feel that gets overhated. I'm used to clunkiness. Like I'm used to playing Halo 1. Driving in that Warthog where you feel like you're on an ice skating rink. That felt infinitely better than the stupid buggy that they released with Shattered. They released prior to Shattered Space. That was my first experience actually driving. Wow, did that not feel good. And I'm like a lot of Bethesda fans. Like I'm kind of worried about Elder Scrolls 6. Oh. Really? Yeah, like buy it. It's market than that. Let me see. Wait. Is that the exact same thing? Great. The problem is I can't tell which one is which. Oh, wait. Yep, this was mine, because I remember the 94.9.
Jacob scans do one thing really well. Get your man's here. And honestly, what else do you need?
Oh. But yeah, like, at the end of my rant about, like, Bethesda, it's like, I'm kind of scared for Elder Scrolls 6, because, watch. Let's assume Witcher 4, for example. Granted, people are hating on how Ciri looks. I think she's fine, honestly. Like, she looks like an older woman, so she's not supposed to look like a hot, like, late teens, early adult. Like, it makes sense. And I'm pretty sure she was supposed to be the main character anyway, so I'm not really complaining. Granted, never beat Witcher 3 because the game's so friggin' large, but I really do like Ciri. So if she's, like, kind of the same character, but, you know, like, older and, like, more wiser. That's fine. Kind of knew Geralt's story was over, but that's fine. And again, all the CG trailers, they make Geralt look kind of bad anyway in the lead up to Witcher 3 release. So I think she's going to look fine in game. Now, if she looks like a man in the final game, then I'll complain.
If you need healing, step right up.
But, like, I'm not going off anything on any CG trailers. Like, when I see actual gameplay trailers, like where they have, like, an engine or game footage, or spliced gameplay trailers, like how they did before the Witcher release, where you actually get to see what the characters will look like, then I'll start using them. I still think Witcher 4 is going to be good. Until proven otherwise. Ah. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. That'll work. So I finally have a new Orion. Does more damage. Granted, it shoots a bit faster, but 1.4 on a sniper is still pretty ridiculous, and it is ×4. Which is just like a huge upgrade. The ×4 like is a game changer versus ×3. Combustion thumper. Hellfire thumper. Always sad when I see one of those. But anyway, yeah, I'm a little worried for like back to Witcher 4. Like I feel like Witcher 4, assuming like we're gonna be waiting as long as we are, or the Elder Scrolls 6, assuming we all aren't like 100 years old by the time it actually decides to release. But I feel like that and Witcher 4 are going to release around the same time. And I think Witcher 4, regardless of like if people like Hoseri Locus or not, is going to be infinitely better a game than Elder Scrolls 6. I just feel like Bethesda's living in denial. It's like, oh, there are a lot of people like it, but there's some people who like it more. It's like, no, like a lot of people absolutely despised Shattered Space. It's like they're smelling their own farts and thinking it smells like rainbows. That's not the case. Like they can't live in this sense of toxic positivity where they think everything is fine when everyone on the internet is basically saying it's like, Bethesda, you're kind of not doing too great right now. You gotta like, do something different if you want to compete. I just don't know if they can. I'll fully admit, I bought into this. I was skeptical of Starfield for a long time. Then we saw that presentation at the summer showcase before it came out, and I was kind of fooled by the ability where you can be like a bounty hunter and a pirate when you couldn't at launch. Apparently, I think you can now, but it's like you still play how I wanted, which was for a Bethesda game, kind of like shocking, like how little like your background like played into it. So yeah, I am worried for Elder Scrolls 6. I really, really, really want it to be good. Because Elder Scrolls, like, even though Fallout, like, they have better games in some of them in the series, Elder Scrolls is like their baby. Like, if they screw up Elder Scrolls 6, they're done. Like, I don't think it's a hot take to say. I don't think anyone's like dumb enough to believe that, except maybe like the games be the shills. But by the time the game comes out, they might be a thing of the past anyway. So they think. But yeah. All right, come on. this. Yeah, that's the high. Not. But, yeah. I mean, I want it to be good, but I don't know if current Bethesda can pull it off. Because Starfield, massive disappointment. I absolutely bought into the hype, and I'm sorry I did. Case in point, I was cautiously optimistic about Avowed, even though from the reveal trailer to what they started showing after, where it got all colorful and shit, because I thought it was going to be like a gritty, darker RPG, which would essentially be Skyrim, but like Obsidian's version of it, which I was all in for. Like, if they could top Bethesda at their own game, hey, go for it. But as it turns out, it's like super colorful, and it's going to be kind of like the Outer Worlds, which I wasn't a huge fan of, honestly. I don't really care about Outer Worlds 2 really, like, at all. And then the idiot art director, like, had to start spewing his bullshit, like he made the game woke to piss off Elon Musk. There's pronouns in it. I don't care if you do have pronouns, but I'm tired of seeing it in absolutely fucking everything. I'm just tired of seeing it. You do you, but I don't have to like it. Like, I don't want to see it. Like, he goes on that whole tirade, and like, you don't think there's like, that's not going to impact sales? I can't, like, because that's all anyone was talking about the game. Even to this day, everyone's only talking about like how like, wow, this is the guy who made the game. I don't think I'm going to support this game financially. It's like, yeah, I identify as non-binary, as in I'm not going to buy it. That's something like the industry has to learn. It's like, gamers like deal with a lot, but you insult their intelligence and you say we suck. It's like, okay, we'll just buy something else. It's like, we got options. Like, case in point, like, say, for instance, not that it will happen. You look at Baldur's Gate 3. You haven't played the game, you hear about it, you hear nothing but good things about it. You play that, where all the developer wants is to make a good game, and then there you have like the CEO of the company absolutely bashing the industry, and he doesn't have to care at the Game Awards, which I thought was hilarious. Because he says it's like this is why like games succeed when you do this. It's really that easy, and he's 100% right. He's 100% right. He's calling out the industry for like all their bullshit practices. And he's really just telling like other companies to kind of do what they did, just make a good game for the gamers and a game that they would want to play as developers, and success will follow. It's really that easy. Which is why Baldur's Gate 3 feels so new, which because of how games used to be. Where every game, even if it was bad, developers like put everything they had into the game to make it fun. And for fans, not ostracizing fans, not making it in spite of the fans. I'll tell you one thing, I am so happy Dragon Age the Veilguard, for its only nominated category, it fucking lost. Oh my god, was I happy. That game did not deserve to win a single thing. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, it's like, I have no hope for the next Mass Effect. I will say this, I am excited about that game called Exodus, which has that studio has a bunch of ex-BioWare employees, and you can definitely see the Mass Effect DNA in like that gameplay trailer they just released. And I'm like, I'll definitely buy that than whatever Mass Effect 5 turns out to be from the current BioWare, because those idiots have no fucking clue. It's kind of why I'm like glad I was never really a Dragon Age fan. It's like, I heard Dragon Age exists, but like I got into BioWare games because of Mass Effect. So I'm always going to love Mass Effect more than Dragon Age, even if I end up liking the older games. But because of how BioWare games are, where you can like import like decisions you made in the prior game, which I always thought was so cool in Mass Effect. You can carry over your choices to each game and then to the next game, so all your choices like trickle down. Granted, the ending at the time absolutely sucked, but still, the trilogy as a whole, Mass Effect trilogy, it's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, a borderline perfect trilogy of games, in my opinion. Granted, I also think the Gears trilogy is also borderline perfect, but that's a whole different genre. Like, when it comes to RPGs, I think the Mass Effect trilogy is almost perfect. And like, I just saw the comparison, like what is considered mean in like Dragon Age, Veilguard, versus all the renegade shit you can get up to in Mass Effect. It's like, how is this the same studio? Granted, the people who probably made those games, like I know Casey Hudson's gone. He was like the head guy behind Mass Effect. That was like his baby. He's gone. I think he left a little after Anthem came out, which my guy didn't waste money on that. Didn't buy that train wreck because I didn't know what the hell it was until it came out. Then everyone said it sucked. So it was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy that. But yeah. Really, I'm kind of interested to see how that Exodus game does. And yeah, I'm of the sentiment that many people are getting where like, it's all these like AA studios that are going to be like making like all the banger games like of our time. Because AAA like now just means like, okay, what are they going to shove in that's going to piss everyone off? Again, I'm not really like I know people like say, oh, you look at something to hate or whatever, but no, it's more or less the same. It's like I know what gaming could be, and they just don't want to do it. Where they think they know what we enjoy. When we tell them we enjoy, and they're saying, "Oh no, you like we'll give you shit and you'll like it and you'll say it's good because we know it's good." Wrong. The customer's always right, and the customer is king. The market decides like what is good and what is bad. Case in point, look at Justice League: The Suicide Squad. Oh, it's so good. Game comes out, it dies, and I'm amazed it's still around, but it's on life support as it is. And it's finally getting its plug pulled come January, and everyone who like saw the game with like 2 functioning brain cells saying this is a bad idea, don't release this game. But it turns out they ended up spending too much money on it, so they kind of like had a sunk cost fallacy where they had to release it. Like Ubisoft with Skull and Bones, but to a different degree. Like, I had no interest in it, especially when I heard what they did, because that's apparently part of the Arkham universe. And what they did to Batman, oh my god, did that infuriate me when I saw that clip online. It's like, that, no, there's no way they did this to Batman. But nope, they did. And it was basically Kevin Conroy's last game performance as Batman before he passed away. So I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, I have all the Arkham Batman games, with the exception of Origins, because I never bought it, and it's, for whatever reason, not backwards compatible on current consoles, like the other 3 Arkham games are, but only played Asylum, but everything I see of the other games, it's like they are a masterclass in their genre. It's like those guys want to make a Batman game, and everything that entails. And they should be applauded for it. But yeah, Rocksteady is not the same studio either, because what the hell was that? I didn't know this stream was going to be going into like a whole gaming rant, but here we are. I think I'm only like talking about this because like I feel like we're at a crossroads when it comes to the industry, not to mention culture, where developers are going to have to like take what gamers are saying seriously, because we're not saying it to like be assholes. We're saying it because we want to love something. We want to love the games you make. We just feel frustrated that when we say what we want and what we don't want, you all like most developers turn around and say like, "Oh no, we know what's better. You don't know what you're talking about. Here's some shit and you'll like it." And the past couple years have shown it's like, yeah, that all that does is like make you lose money. And once enough money gets lost, hopefully they'll wake up, which is what you see now. Like, there's layoffs everywhere. Granted, I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, but it's like, if they're redundant jobs that like you made during the hiring spree during COVID, which I guess they foolishly thought was going to last forever. Don't know why. Any sense, which think that it's like, okay, all this COVID shit is temporary. And let's be honest here. COVID was really only a thing in 2020 and cars in 2020. Let's not get it. 2022, it was basically like I think I had COVID like at the very beginning of 2022, and all I had was some nausea and a mild headache. But that's it. And I never took the vaccine because they made it like again, like our house, like we don't believe in like medicine to like fix our problems. Like we don't take pills for headaches or any of that crap. Like we just don't. And we don't really ever get sick, which again, I feel like that has something to do with genetics. So we're, I guess, lucky in that aspect, which I'm happy for. But yeah, it's one thing like to have the COVID vaccine when you stack it up to the next, say, like polio vaccine or the smallpox vaccine, something that has been made over decades, refined over decades, and that works. You know what I mean? And even then, we weren't like a big deal about it. But like that, those kinds of vaccines, those are again extensively proven to work. But the COVID vaccine, once they whipped up in like what a year, and like you'll never get COVID again. Oh, here's another booster shot or whatever. But yeah, turns out like maybe the vaccine is what's killing people more than like the disease. My little conspiracy theory. I don't care if it's a hot take. It's 2024 and Daddy's going to be back in the White House. So, not really too concerned about that. But, yeah, you'll never convince me I made a mistake by not taking the vaccine at all. You won't. Anyway. Yeah, I'm really excited for some of the games that are coming. Like Monster Hunter Wilds, I only got into Monster Hunter really way in the beginning of the year, like January this year, when like they were running that like Return to World thing with a saying like, yeah, we're making another one, so just jump back in, and people did. Like I played the game a little bit at launch, but never really got into it. But then I really did once that thing was going on. At least streamers maybe I'll like be more into it now. And yeah, I'm really into it. I haven't played all that much since then, but like I will probably go back and at least get through the main story and Iceborne story. You know, just to play through it. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get like say all achievements in that in world just because I know like the grind that goes into that, so that's not gonna fucking happen. It's just not. But I'll tell you there, I will be there day one with the most expensive edition of Monster Hunter Wilds. I am so ready for that. Because that's going to be the first Monster Hunter I'm going to be in, or like really into at launch. So I'll get to experience like the highs and lows and all that other stuff. Another good example, Path of Exile 2. Granted, I rage quit on my mercenary with that one, with like the first real boss of Act 2. But I will probably go back to the game and just play like a different class, because I started out as warrior, and from what I hear, everyone says melee is crap right now. Path of Exile 2. Like, melee just does not feel good. It is just not good. Like, warrior is just not like a good class to play right now as it is, as the game is. Because it is still in early access, but my god, you have so much shit to do. And like, I've only done really a third of what's like available. like campaign wise, and you saw the game. It like took me like a fucking week to really like get through just Act 1 while I was taking my time or whatever. I wasn't gonna rush anything. So there's plenty of stuff to do in that. I might like try a witch or a monk. 'Cause I've seen some pretty stupid stuff you can do with that. Like, especially like late game. But yeah. Again, like I got in like for I just bought the absolute base quarter pack because everything else was way too expensive for early access for me. Like I was not gonna pay $370 for like the whatever it is version of it, where I get most in-game currency, all this other bonus shit. But like for $30, I got this pretty amazing early access build as well. Well, the first one's free. First one's free. And actually has achievements. So I might actually get into the first one and try and grind all that crap out, which would be kind of interesting. Oh man. Granted, I have to look up on how, like, what is the meta build for Path of Exile 1, and what is the best class to get into all that bullshit before I probably really invest time into that. And again, I haven't really played any ARPGs in a pretty long time. I want to say, like, nearly 20 years. I'm kidding. And even then, it's when they were at their most basic. They were like... Yeah, I just never, like, really got into ARPGs because I was just, like, I was a Nintendo kid growing up. I grew up on the GameCube, the Game Boy, the Wii, Wii U, all that stuff. It was only until 2008 that I got into, like, say, different console. Different, like, company systems like the Xbox, and I got a PlayStation in 2022 for Christmas by surprise by my family, which I was not expecting. So now I have the great position of having a Switch, an Xbox, a decent gaming PC that I only really do play for like 2 games, so I'm not really a PC gamer. And I have both an Xbox and a PlayStation. Oh my god. Will I get this blasted hybrid? No. Oh god. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go deal with Croft for a bit, then we'll go to the armory. But yeah, I am very excited for future games. And another thing, I might be getting Okami, because I can get it for $5. I've always heard about it. Everyone swears by the friggin' game, that it's great. And it's from like 2003, so like it's old school gaming at this point, but it's when gaming was like, you know what I mean, when gaming was like still, they were innovating, they were getting up, they were having new ideas, people were taking risks. Nothing, I don't think anything will beat the Xbox 360 generation of games, or like that time of gaming. I really don't think it'll be beat. Like, that was the best time to be a gamer, and I was lucky enough to like really be a part of it. Like 2008 is when I got into Xbox. I got into Halo, Gears, Mass Effect, Borderlands, like so many great memories from those times. Then Halo Reach. Fun fact, Halo Reach was the first game I ever got Xbox Live for. Because, funny as it might sound, my parents wouldn't let me have Xbox Live because they didn't know what it was. Like, I kid you not, that's the reason why. And so I never got to really play Halo 3 online, even though I absolutely adore Halo 3. My first Halo game, I'm always going to have a soft spot for it. I don't care how old it gets. Always going to have a soft spot for it. Because of that, my first introduction to like Xbox as a brand and Halo as a franchise. But yeah. Oh man. Oh, what's that one? BioShock. Yep, I got BioShock. I remember getting that on Christmas 2008, and I played the first 10 minutes of the game, like just the intro, and then like when the door opens, the bathysphere at the very beginning. The opening scene terrified me so much that like I didn't play the game for like a month. And I was like, oh my god, it's so scary. Because most of the games I was interested in, I've seen at my friend's house, who had an Xbox, and I didn't. Like, I saw Halo, I saw Gears, I saw BioShock for the first time at his house. I'm like, what is this? There's games like this? Whoa, that's so cool. Because again, I only had Nintendo consoles up until that point. And if I could turn back time, I'd go back and enjoy those days like more. Great time to be alive. I'll tell you one thing though, because like now that I have a PlayStation, like specifically Astrobot, when like it's basically just like a giant ad for PlayStation, right? Let's be real, but it's still a great game on top of it. But like all these PlayStation IPs that I don't really have an attachment to, I'm now really interested in, like God of War. Like I first got into like watching God of War, like on YouTube and whatnot, due to the 2018 God of War or God of War 4. So I watched that like on YouTube, like the game cutscenes and what have you. I might think, wow, that's pretty good. I really like that story. The game looks good. It looks like it's fun to play. Wish I had a PlayStation to play it. Then Ragnarok comes out. Like me and one of my sisters, like we got full in to God of War. So I watched like all the old games before I watched the playthrough of like the fourth God of War 4. So I was really into it. Then Ragnarok comes out and we were like, oh my god, we're so hyped. We watched the beginning. And minor spoilers for those who haven't played the game yet. Like the beginning where like Fenrir dies. Like because by that point we lost our family dog like 4 years prior. So like we understand that pain of like losing like a dog or a pet. It sucks. And what was worse is like a month after we watched that, Brandy passed away. So for me, that's always going to be like I'm gonna look back on that moment in the game whenever I see it or play it. I'll be like, it's like, when I first saw this, Brandy's still with us. I can't help it. That's how I am. Like I can't play Fallout 4 because when I was streaming that, as you all may remember, for those who were around at that time, during one of my streams is when we got the news that Teddy, who was gonna go for a checkup, he just died. Like out of nowhere to us. Like we were so like it came out of nowhere. We weren't prepared for it. I certainly wasn't. That's why I didn't stream for like a week. It was awful. So even though I finished the game, got all the achievements for it, I never really play Fallout 4 and not think about Eddie passing away because he passed away when I was streaming it. And it's the same thing with the some of the Lego games. Like I played the Lego Hobbit video game back when, like the day before Brandy passed, for like 2 days. So I never really play that game and enjoy it because it take me back to that awful week where we know like when time is like limited. Like we gotta make that decision that no player must make. That's gonna happen in like a day. So yeah. Like even if the games are good, it's like I never really play them and not feel like upset. And for anyone who has a pet, like you know what I mean. It's like if you have a pet and you lost a pet, you get it. You get it. There's always things said about that. Like I can't like watch that and not like think of like that moment in time when I first experienced it. Which is another reason why I like go back and reminisce so much about like gaming in like the mid 2000s, early 2010s. It's like that's when shit around the world wasn't terrible. Like things were just good overall. Like, there wasn't like any of this like woke shit. It's infested like every aspect of our society now, and I'm so happy that people are finally en masse like saying enough of this bullshit. Let's get back to reality. Yeah, threw me up there. That's not good. But yeah. So I guess you could say I'm a bit of a sucker for nostalgia because for me, like when that part of my life, it's like it was great. I always look back at that fun. Just when everything was better. Again, at this point, I'm now 31, and like still, only like 15 some odd years ago, but like feels like forever. Oh god, turn around, crawl. There you go. Alright, now we can get rid of the lights. Beautiful. Give you some good loot. Or even a pearl, you want. I know you can. Awful. Oh, you're not gonna get away this time. There we go. Alright. I do wish some of those bodies would like decay after a while. Yeah, I'm not seeing a pearl. Or at the very least, if there is a pearl down here, it's not going to be one I want. My free one. Alright, this guy's body will be the barrier. Check. Rocks, that's not good. Gearbox, sniper, which I don't need. Another equalizer because Jesus Christ, God forbid I get another one of those. All the purple I want at least I can take at the first look at because you never know. Wow. I'm not really getting anything good. Oh damn. Oh, might as well continue my semi free. Like I think one of the most disappointing games, in my opinion, Destiny. Especially Emblem. Like I want to like Destiny so much. I'll say this though, I have the first one, the collection specifically, so I can play that game from beginning to end and have all the damn content for the most part, outside of like, you know, seasonal events that you just don't do there anymore. And like do everything in the game. I can do everything. That's probably my biggest reason I haven't like bothered with Destiny 2, even if it is free, and I just try it out for fun. Granted, I could get all the DLC for like $50. It is a good deal, I will not lie. But I can't play the story of 2 from beginning to end, which really bothers me. I mean, look at Path of Exile 2. I can start a brand new game of Path of Exile 1. And I can start from the very beginning of the game. The game's like 10 plus years old. So, I know, like, I think the reason they did the whole Destiny content vault in general was to make it easier to, like, not have the game be an obnoxious file size. I mean, but it already is. It's like nearly 200 gigabytes. It already is a ridiculous, like, file size. Like, what's another, like, 10 or 20 by having, like, I'm trying to remember what they cut out. I think they cut out the base campaign, which is, Red Border. And then, these are two they're basically like the Dark Below and, House of Wolves. And Forsaken. Yeah, like all that campaign content and all the shit you can do in it, done. Which I think is bad just from the standpoint that like people hate that DLC and then you just take it away. What the fuck is that? I think that's very like a big mistake for a bunch of and apparently that happened as recently as alright, there you go. Put it in right here. There we go. Making sure, like, wasn't sure anything. But, yeah. It's like, that's my problem with Destiny. Like, it has such unrealized potential. Like, they just keep making mistake after mistake with this series. Bungie, I mean. It's like, it stifles its, like, potential. Because, like, now the final shape is out. And from what I hear, like, people are just, like, kind of done. They're kind of done. Like, the story's kind of over. But it's like how Marvel tried to keep making Marvel, like, a thing once it was over. It's like, people are kind of done. Like, the story's over. It's time to go on to the next thing. And a lot of people keep saying the best way to do that is to have a Destiny 3. Or just, like, you know, unvault all of the damn content you did. So, like, at the very least, even if you do just keep adding, like, very small updates going forward, like, the game will be a complete package. Which is honestly what would bring a lot of some people back. It would make me want to play the game. And get all of the DLC, but that's a whole other issue. But, yeah. Like, that's why Destiny kind of frustrates me. I have the first one, which I played quite a bit. And I'm kind of getting into it again off stream. Just because I can do everything in the game. Like, I was debating, like, deleting like, one of my characters because I have all 3 classes, like, max level and whatnot. Well, not max light level. I'm never gonna grind or care that much about max light level, but I'm, like, 390. So, like, that's fine. That's enough. For me to do everything I want to do in the game anyway. But, yeah. This may sound crazy, but, like, I started the Taken King, never finished it. But I think I might, and then go into Rising Fire. Again, because you all know how, like, I'm an achievement whore. Never gonna get every achievement in the first Destiny game or the second one, which only has like 20. But I do want to get the few that I want to get, like these campaigns, these random little like secret activities, like ringing the bells that Felwinter Campaign or something like that. I mean, like, that stuff I'll do. I'll beat the campaigns or whatever, but I'm never gonna do a raid. I'm just not really a big PvP person in general. That, and you have to, like, the raids, from what I hear, they're like old school, like, MMO raids where, like, I don't know, it's not like a raid boss in this where you just, like, fight a big boss and it's like one giant room and then, like, trade for loot. It's like, it's a whole, like, gauntlet of shit, to my understanding, with Destiny raids, because again, I've never played Destiny raid in my life. I played a Strike, which is basically like a baby raid. So I have an idea, but not. I'm honestly probably only getting into Destiny 1 again, aside from the fact that the rumor of the maybe Destiny match that can happen. Which I would be. Because my biggest problem with Destiny 1 is, like, frame rate, which like 30 frames. I don't know how I did it back in the day, but I did. Only going to be killing like those types of things. There you go. There. Get up. Nope. Nope. Can't walk. Push the thing. What? Okay, so we got it. Oh, no. Almost gotta kill him, like, not where he's standing, but like over. Got him at his back. Oh god, don't fall off. Go back on the ground so I can see where you pop up. No, turn around, you ass. Come on. Yes. Okay. Got your back down. Only problem is he's in like one of his piles. I need him to come forward a bit or something. Damn it. And now he's gonna go under because he's a big bag. Forward. Forward a bit more. Are you serious? Worst possible spot. You gotta come like over here, bro. Like I'm not playing this game. Oh look, not a music set. You need to come all the way over here. Better. There we go. Yes. Okay. Oh, nice try, game. Making me think that's a pearlescent over there. They just happen to like land like that. I feel like they're way too far away from the Alright, let's use the city as a marker again. Okay. That's here. Wells all like land and like the way they face after you reload an area. That's fine. What isn't funny is how there's like in here. Really? Get. That might be the best one. If suppose. 401 and 8.8. Where was that? Well, yeah, crawl was like pretty disappointing. And back and runs. Unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna go off to Jackson. And then we'll do an armory run. Man, that's annoying. I hope he at least gives me a decent spear. Jack spear, I mean, that's too much to ask him. I don't know what it is.
Are you about ready to get rolling?
Let's get out of here.
Oh, come on, Ajax. Give me something good. Take a very good spear over, like, Ajax. That would be great. Chances of that are kind of ridiculous. Like, if there was, like, a warp at the road's end, he'd be way easier to farm, and I'd be more willing to actually do it. But because of how this game works, like, you gotta go from the very beginning of each DLC every single time, which is why I don't know why they don't have any, like, other fast travel points and make the fast travel menu like Borderlands 2, where it's in sections.
Buy a first aid kit and you won't.
They did that in the freaking update. Like, they can't do that with this, in a full-blown remaster. Just
Let's trick out your ride.
Let's get some wheels.
No. Whoa. There's that. That drifting down. Really? Oh. Just a little bit more damage. There we go. Ah, another 6.9. At least it's like level 6. Dude, really? Alright. Do an armor run so we get anything. Alright. 2 chests over this way. Oh, I don't know. Yes, this way.
It's mine.
Get it. And the other one's over. Shorty? There it is. Oh, we have garbage.
He's a real doctor. When you got my
Nope.
machines, ain't hard to
I
take
don't
over.
Alright, just gotta get rid of Nox. Oh, hello, us Daniel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm great. How are you? And so, some good loot in this Crimson already run. Alright, let's go deal with Nox. Oh. Shit! Oh no, no, stand here. Stand here. Yep. Oh. I caught my scream. Yeah. Oh. Man, I was so terrified. I thought they were absolutely gonna, like, heal into full again. That's why I hate the medics more than anything else. Yep. Okay, so that noise I heard was the guys in the jetpack. Got it. This is like so good. Alright, let's see.
If I'm lucky.
Let's see. Anything good?
Let's see what we've got.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Bunch of green. Crap. Huh. Come on, give me something good. Something good. I'm not.
More loot.
Wow, really? Blue white? Disgusting.
Call this stuff.
Garbage. Not all these trees. What is this? Not going in there. I don't want to wreck this switch. Get in there. I think there is a way, but I don't want to risk it. Crap. Gross.
More loot. Don't mind if I do.
No, garbage. This
Let's
happened
see what we've got.
first. Really? That's probably the best version of that. Last mod, but like, way bricks in here. Still, like, why
All
would
this
you
stuff.
never got it? Oh my god. So far, the armory run doesn't look too great. Granted, haven't gotten to all the crimson chests yet. Still. Oh, they saw me through the wall again.
Be mine.
Alright. Garbage. Garbage. No. 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 Now. Great. Oh, there we go.
All this stuff.
Oh.
Let's see what we've got.
Ryan. If I had 2.7 fire rate, I think that's the only way. Come on. What you got? Really? Nothing.
Mine.
2.7 is pretty good, but it's not Orion.
Let's see what we've got.
Fresh. Way better hellfire than that. Man, run pick so far. It's becoming a rather impressive run.
Be mine.
Alright, go. That. Oh, come on. I'm getting such bad RNG. What is this?
Look at all
So
this
bad.
stuff.
Decent, but
If I'm lucky.
not this. I mean, the barrel's pretty good. Probably the best Hydra I have. I always look carefully at the blues, because it could be a pearl.
Let's see what we've got.
Yes, so I think down there is right the other one. But I don't want to risk it. Alright, let's start with that. Now we go here before we go up to the final.
More look.
Back up there.
Look at all this stuff.
That stuff is good.
Mine.
Still pretty slim pickings. Oh. And Oh my god, reading weapons are garbage. Why do they exist? Aw, that had ammo regen. I'd be taking that. It's a decent one for Mordecai, so I might take it. Peters. And, alright. So now it's like the little final run up the stairs. And way better one. No, that will come and make you do.
Keep mine.
28 times 7 now. There we go. Better one.
Let's see what we've got. Look at all this stuff.
Alright, the last few crimson chests. I would love them to bring back hybrid. Realize what it's so. I thought that made it messy. Oh my god. Wow. Huge wash. For your armor. Wow. That's awful. Alright, let's go to the treasure room a few more times, then I'll call it. There you are. Ah.
Hello there, good friend.
Shut up, Annis. Wow. Really failed to fall there. Not bad that army. That was pretty awful. I'm still kind of shocked how bad that was.
Needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there, scary needles.
If I'm lucky.
Hope I'm lucky too.
My,
Lord.
my.
Alright, that's gross. Gross. Nothing looking good. It's going with all sorts of confidence. That's pretty good. Yep, 380 is even better. We have a penetrator. We have 208. Oh, where is he? Oh, yeah.
Atlas spares no expense. I first aid kit excel in every area.
RNG is just not with me today. Other than like that run, which was a very slight upgrade because we got a ×3 to ×4. But other than that, I'm like getting nothing really worthwhile, which is upsetting.
What do you need, an invitation? Here.
My swamp here, face box. There we go. Oh, while I'm running. Anyone else do anything special for the holidays? Because our tradition is, like every Christmas Eve, that we watch the Polar Express. Granted, some people don't like it. We really do. Really enjoy the movie. We watch that, then we set out the cookies, we make stockings, then we all go to bed.
More loot. What have I done?
Other than that, we just watch Christmas. Anyone else do anything crazy for the holidays?
Let's see what we've got.
That gash sucks. That carnage. Wow, it's a worse version of my anarchy. What's mine again? What is it? AX or HX440? Yeah, best prefix. Anything with X in the prefix. Okay.
Atlas spares no expense
Another
in
equal.
making anything sailing. Stand right up.
Don't. Right. Wow, why can't I do it that speed? Ugh. Can't believe it's gonna be 2025 in like a little over a week. Crazy. This year has flown by. Well, I kind of blame COVID for that. That ruined everybody's sense of time.
Step right up.
In case in point, it feels like 2020 was like 100 years ago. We were going for why? Oh, fuck. Still, crazy.
Come on. Look at all this stuff.
Helix launches, but don't eat them when I have the gearbox one. They're not as good. Another circle.
The SNS philosophy is get your mitts here. Total capacity equals.
Alright. Really like a good run. This is somewhat decent one, and like if there's good loot in it.
Hey, over here.
Oh, God, that kitty. Anyways, it's so obnoxious. They ruin their voice files and get like all scratchy like that. Come on. Recharge. They couldn't put a fast travel thing like right here. That would shave like a minute off like
If you need healing, step right up.
crash.
More loot. Don't mind if I do.
You didn't open it. That is the exact same one I had before. Oh, electric rhino, nice. Filer, but mine is better. Yep, 1.9 versus 1. With the Iridian ones, no waste.
Ladov, you don't need to be a sure state. You just need to shoot them.
Gross. Come on, give me one good treasury run. Or gift shop run. Keep calling it treasury. I think I keep thinking of the Captain Scarlet treasury room in Borderlands 2. I'm hitting me something.
Do these teeth make my gums?
All right. All right. Go. Stuck in time.
Get your meds here.
Let's see what we've got. Mine.
God, all these freaking Iridians, like for real, look at them. Oh my God. No, wait, that's an exact copy of the one I had. What? Let's actually get rid of that one. I know it's a ×4, but
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold so real fucked, you got my machines in there scary needles. Bullets. All SNS guns have extended magazines. Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
ugh. Come on. Give me some good loot. good friend. She gave me some good loot, but she won't. Therefore, she's no friend of mine. Oi. Come on. Give me something good. Show me something good. Yeah, that's not how the song goes, but still. Come on.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary nails?
I wonder if they'll have Zed in Borderlands 4. I hope they do.
If I'm lucky. Call this stuff.
Oh, great. It's not right. As a Raven. I don't like the Raven. Not a better in every facet. And the impact is nice, but the metal structure is kind of gross.
Flat off. You don't need step right up. It's shooting more bullets.
Right? Alright, one more run. Right. Alright, final run. Let's see. Will I get anything decent?
If you need healing, step
Not off to a good start. Huh.
Mine, mine, mine.
Guardian. Getting like decent loot now. At the end. Defender, of course. 29 times. Is that better? I think it is. Exact same place, so it's pretty just better version of that. Perfect. And they knocked it.
400% more. Needs a real doctor when you get
Oh, that's almost perfect. It's like fire rate or accuracy, then that would be perfect actually. And it's got impact too. Wow. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty it for today, everybody. But we did actually end up placing a little bit of my loot. Alright. Now, my plan for the rest of the year, I may or may not be streaming at all. All a heads up. I may just take the entire week off. Next week, not entirely sure yet. Depends on, I guess, what my family's doing on Monday. Don't know if we're going to do anything crazy, but we might. Yeah, it'll be like Eve and Christmas, and I will not be pretty much streaming at all for that. Of course not. But yeah, we'll see. And in the worst case, I'll just tweet about it. And then, like, update my Twitch schedule to when I'll be on vacation. But yeah, everyone, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed me farming and getting absolutely nothing, for the most part, of value, except for maybe one or two things.
Come on in and take a look.
But that's just the way RNG works sometimes. But yeah. Alright, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to follow, subscribe, share the stream out there. Either way, I appreciate it. This has been Chris. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if I don't see you all for the rest of the year, happy holidays, happy new year, and let's hope 2025 is better than 2024. Good Lord. Alright, everyone. Catch you on the next one. I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.